Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to the Conquest of Belgium. We're going to try to, of course, take over the Belgians here with the Wehr. Hopefully, we succeed. We're using all of the units that we used in the previous battles. So everything you see here is what you've seen before. And actually, we've upgraded some of our units. So we've upgraded our Panzers to Panzer 3s. And we've also got a new Gebesjäger, 4th Gebesjäger infantry joining us. They should help us get into the Low Countries, specifically the Netherlands, and eventually to Belgium, which is our real goal here. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and end the deployment phase. Some of our units have not been given replacements. I think we have all the replacements we have. We could upgrade the strength of some units, which is maybe not such a bad idea, so actually get some additional replacements. But I think to get an additional elite replacements, we actually had to wait till next turn. Oh, I see. We can get them up to 15. So we're going to use our elite replacements right now just to max strength our units. I'm not going to do it to the Broken Pioneer. There's no way. They're just... I don't want to say they're not worth it, but they really are not worth it. So we'll end the turn here. I'm using them in the north here just because of this swampy area. It might work pretty well. Oh, that's right. We've got some heroes. So we actually already named some units after users. Hey, Araman and Robert. How you doing, guys? Speaking of which, if you guys want your units named, feel free. Some of our units that were named, like Wolf's Brigade, were destroyed. So for Wolf's Brigade, I'm actually going to rename this unit Wolf's Brigade, since that's what it was before it got completely obliterated. So let's jump in there. We might have to actually end deployment first, but we actually have to add a hero to one of these units. Let's see if the hero can actually go into the tank unit. Let's take a look here. Instead of the infantry unit. So we could assign Klaus Schaefer. He ignores zone of control. I feel like that would be probably more useful for an infantry unit. So we're going to give that to the 3rd Wehr infantry. They might already have some heroes in their unit. They do. They've got Wolfgang Wagner. So they're going to have 2 heroes here. Ignore zone of control. So 2 heroes assigned to the 3rd Wehr. This is our best division. And I think that's going to have to be it. We still have heroes? What? We still have some units that replacements. Oh, I see the Messerschmitt. The Stuka's fine. But we could see if we could still add additional heroes. So let's actually upgrade... or not upgrade, but add a hero here to the 2nd Wehr infantry. And if one of you guys wants, we'll rename this one after you guys. And look at the awards they've gained. I mean, they've had such great statistics. But yeah, it doesn't look like there are any additional heroes. Ooh, Christian Weiss. Alright, so we're going to assign Christian Weiss here. He's even being given the Knight's Cross there in that picture. And yes, we will proceed. Alright, folks, we are starting the invasion. Now, of course, I had to get some artillery. I also purchased additional artillery. It's not as pricey, the FK 7.5 centimeter, but it's something. So we're going to go ahead and fire away. Start the invasion, of course. Hey, Eric, how you doing, buddy? König Robert Brigade. We can absolutely do that, Robert. So we're going to call this one the König Robert Brigade. Let's see, we'll give your name to the 2nd Wehr. König Robert Brigade. I like it. Alright. Did we even change the name? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Let's select again. König Robert Brigade. No, it's there. Okay, so that's just going to switch over once we reselect. Beautiful. And we could definitely start the attack now. I'm actually going to bring in the bombers. The Dornier, actually. We could have upgraded this guy, but I didn't really see the need. And unfortunately for the König infantry here, he's going to have to go right in to the front lines because this area is on an actual island. So I think to take this town, we're going to have to get up close and personal. It's going to be tough. Alright, we've also got our Gebesjägers. What they can do is actually replace König next turn. Let me move the infantry up. I hate having to go to the bridge here, but we've got to do it. Push up with the artillery. And they've got some artillery support there. The tough part with the Low Countries is all of the damn river crossings. It makes things very difficult. I'm going to try to actually take out some of those artillery pieces here, even with just a strafing run. I should have probably brought in the Stuka, but figured we might as well at least try. And look at that. This area looks like it'll be somewhat easier against the Dutch infantry here. So let's go ahead and just soften things up for our men. Now, usually I wouldn't attack with a tank, but I just want to surround him because we get that additional mass attack bonus. And we'll actually bring up the Broken Pioneer. Let's bring these guys up. They might get some combat. You know what? I'll sack 2 tanks for 1 enemy infantry unit. Maybe not a smart idea, but I'm not exactly always known for my smart ideas. Let's see, can we actually get a bomber up here? Yes, we can. Beautiful. So bring the Stuka in and soften him up even more. And as for this guy, I think we're going to have him follow up on Liège. This is really the most important area for us right now, is trying to take Liège. We've also got some paratroopers. So I'm going to go straight to the hangar and try to destroy that, because I want to get these paratroopers down. Now, we could drop them here or wait a little bit. Did I just say a little bit, really? Yeah, I'm going to drop them right here. And we are encircled, so the idea here would be to get our men close to them as quickly as possible. In fact, even moving them here might be a better strategic option. I think I'm going to go for the attack. I will lose men, but we'll just replace them. This is the way we must move forward now. As for these guys, I'm wondering if we should drop them elsewhere. Like over here behind the enemy in this position. Not a bad idea. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. So now we've got them encircled. Nice little tit for tat there. We should have done that before, though, because we would have gotten a better attack. Nonetheless, we shall continue forward, men. I think that's going to be it for this turn. Hey, Andrew. And Rambling Exile, absolutely. Rot Squadron for a fighter wing. I love it. Let's take a look here. Okay, we'll call it the Rot Squadron. We'll give it to one of our Messerschmitts. This one right here that's attacking the airfield. Remember, guys, if you want your name in, even if you're not here live with me, just drop it in the comments. We will rename. Okay. I think that's going to be it for now. Let's end the turn. See how they respond. Got no reason to believe they won't fight with everything they've got. But as long as they don't target our units on the bridges, maybe we can still break through here. There we go. That's got to be some French planes. Definitely French Air Force there. We're going to have to get the Rot Squadron on that immediately. So let's actually grab Armand's Rot Squadron here and immediately start attacking. Try to get these air units out of the way. An MS-406. If anybody knows anything about that plane, let us know in the comments, because I certainly don't. And I think we should also go ahead and free Liège up a bit. I actually want to bring in my Dornier, but he's not going to be able to actually destroy these artillery pieces. He's just going to be able to suppress them. Still, that's better than nothing. So let's get over here with the Dornier. With our Stuka, I'm going to attack Liège head-on. You know, obviously, this is our priority. This is definitely a priority target. Right. Now, hopefully, I can actually force them out with the third wear, but they look pretty badly beaten. But they've faced greater enemies than this, so I'm going to attack with them either way. And what I'm going to do is, once they've been beaten up here, I'm actually going to retreat, and we'll bring up the 14th Pioneer. So let's bring up the 14th Pioneer. We can burn the enemy out of Liège. Finally, the enemy's left. I'm not even sure if we can take it. Oh, great. So our Fallschirmjäger can absolutely grab it there, and we've got our first location taken. As for these guys, we've got to deal with them. I think they'll actually surrender. Oh, maybe not. So they're going to try to cross the river here. We'll absolutely put a stop to that with our Fallschirmjäger. Full-strength Fallschirmjäger, mind you, so an absolute blast there, no pun intended. And let's keep on attacking here. We're just getting the mass attack bonus. I'm actually going to get the Broken Pioneer to finish them off. We're going to give the Broken Pioneer a task here. And from what people have said, the only real use for this unit was river crossings. So this is kind of what they're meant to do. Let's proceed forward. I just want to take a look here. Make sure we don't run into any enemies. So I'm not going to push too far ahead. But I will get across here. All right, good work, boys. Pretty smooth first attack, I think you guys would agree. Now the question is, do we go here? I don't think he's going to be able to do much damage to us. And that could be Eben. Yes, it is! It's Eben ML. So this is the fort that took so long to destroy. We could just ignore it, and I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. is essentially just completely ignore that thing, because it took the Germans so long to crack the shell of that fort. Let's just stay well clear, and we'll keep attacking their hangars here. Just destroy any ability they have to get into the air or base their units. And I think the final Messerschmitt there, if we haven't already used them, no, we used them already. We could have been used to attack this French plane here, the MS. Thank you, Andrew. Let's take a look. MS were French fighters commonly armed with 30 cal machine guns, says Armand. Very cool. Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure. I'm not so familiar with the French Air Force as I am the French tanks. The French tanks early were actually pretty good. Your second SS Armored needs orders. That's right, Eric. So Eric here with the second SS Armored, but I think I'm just going to keep him on Overwatch. I'm not going to actually attack these units with him. All right, let's end the turn. Oh, at ML, they want to fight. They really do want to fight. They're not so keen on just giving up right away. All right, first things first, we've got to get the Rot Squadron over here. Let's get this guy out of the sky. No more of these enemy attacks. It's just unbecoming, and we'll make sure to follow it up. Anybody else want an air wing? We could rename you right now. Actually, we're going to rename it under for Andrew Wavell here, since he just donated. So we'll call it, well, whatever Andrew wants to call it, put it here. But for now, I'm going to call it Wavell's Wings. Wavell's Wings over here for the Messerschmitt. All right, let's see. We'll actually let him call, name 2 units. And let's see if Wavell's Wings here can just finish them off. That would be wonderful. I'd also like to send someone to finish off that infantry. And you know what? The 2nd SS would do a great job here attacking them, but they're kind of out of the way. So what I'm going to do here... Actually, I think we might want to keep this guy here. We're taking a bit of a risk moving the 17th Fallschirmjäger out, but I'll go for it. I'll take that risk. And what I want to do here, keep on attacking the artillery. And I think... Oh, I was hoping the 2nd SS could keep moving through, but they're going to need to wait till next turn. Sometimes you get lucky, and there we go. We got lucky. That was wonderful. It's really nice shooting by our artillery. And I guess we might as well take down the fort, right? Somebody's going to get some respect for taking Ibn Emael. So we're still going to keep attacking here, but it's going to kind of slow us down. Then again, we have a lot of turns. So we'll just keep bringing reinforcements. We're also getting recon from 2nd SS. So they are helping. And let's proceed forward. Okay. The 5th Panzer could stay here for a bit. Let's just get replacements. And let's keep moving forward with the infantry and the Brooklyn Pioneer. This is all ours now, just Ibn Emael. And actually, I'm looking there. That is a victory location. And Andrew, if you want to name an infantry unit, feel free. We'll rename the Pioneer after you. As for the 3rd Wehr, this is our best infantry. I'm going to give him the elite replacements. That's the final elite replacements we get for this battle. Because we took, one of the negative aspects of our general is he only can do elite replacements 3 times. It's just the way it is. Send the bomber in. Might as well try to knock out that gun. But yeah, no luck. And let's get the Stuka, and I'm going for the fort. Stukas are great at destroying actual structures, and especially with the recon there, that's going to help. How would we take damage? Okay, never mind. Let's end the turn. It is a tough, tough fort to break through, I won't lie. Let's continue the assault first of all. I'm going to try to get replacements for him. This will get a kill for our Pioneer either way, so it's a good thing. I'm not sure, though, why the airfield is remaining there. That's kind of weird, even though we've destroyed it. So let's have the 2nd SS actually go over here to the airfield and capture it. There we go. I think now the fort will be a cakewalk. Let's get over here. Oh, so close. I think the Stuka can kill it, actually. Wavell's Wings we're keeping back here for now. The Roth Squadron we're keeping back here for now. Yeah, I think the Stuka can absolutely destroy it. Yes! Alright, there we go. Destroying possibly the greatest fort ever built for World War II. Just a really nice Belgian fort there. And I actually will use the SUKFC just to get forward faster. We need to move. And especially this group down here, they don't seem to be as badly bloodied as the boys in the north fighting the Dutch. So we can get to Namur next. We can go for Brussels, Antwerp. I mean, this is crazy. We also have to get to Maubeuge in France. It seems like a pretty tough order of business, but, you know, it's our job. What can we do? Just getting some replacements there for our bombers. And again, I can't express how much I love that the enemy destroyed units get left behind. That looks awesome. Let's push forward with the 5th Panzer. We've got to be careful, though, because I feel like the enemy could attack us from both sides at any time. Nonetheless, we'll try not to focus on the worst-case scenario. And actually, what I'd like is an additional infantry unit over here. Maybe we can get the 3rd Ware. I want to upgrade him, but I can't do that right here. I was thinking of getting the 3rd Ware to go up there and fight in the north. As you can see, we just spotted an enemy tank, but let's hope these guys can kind of deal with it themselves. Alright, here we go. You know what? Actually, first, I want to see if I can get over there. No, we're just out of range of their tank. That's frustrating. Alright, ending the turn. Alright, we've got our Panzer IIIs, just absolutely annihilated them. So thank goodness we upgraded those Panzers. Let's just wipe out. I'm guessing it's a Dutch unit here. No, a T-15, but it's got a Belgian insignia, so this is going to be a Belgian tank. Let's wipe him out. First, of course, we'll bring in some support from the Sturmpanzer. I think at least our infantry won't be hurt by this guy, but he's going to probably get away, maybe even restructure his forces, which I don't want to happen. So there it's a 0-0, but again, sometimes you get lucky, like I've said countless times. Now let's actually see if the Rot Squadron and Wavel's Wings can get up here and deal with that ferry battle aircraft. It's a Belgian, of course, and he's a problem. But it looks like our Messerschmitts just absolutely tear him to shreds. Let's see. Alright, we advance. Closer to the objective, yes. Oh, we're not going to be able to get him up this turn unless we get the Konig Robert Brigade. I'm actually just going to let him get some additional units. I'm going to move the 2nd SS over here. But this is pretty dangerous. This is risky. So I'm going to get this guy over here by truck, but I'm not sure I should attack this turn. It would be better if we had additional units here supporting us before we actually carried out an attack. Oh, and we can do some bombing runs. Unfortunately, he's got a brutal anti-aircraft weapon right there. So we're not going to be doing any bombing runs for a while. I think I'll be patient and wait. And let's just keep moving forward. Let's see what Antwerp looks like. It's time we relax and have some nice Belgian champagne in Antwerp. Maybe the Belgians aren't really known for their champagne. I think it's more... Belgians are more known for their chocolate. Some Belgian champagne could be pretty awful stuff. Pretty rank. Alright, yeah, I'm not sending those guys into harm's way. Let's end the turn. Wow, they actually just intentionally encircled themselves. Now, we're not playing easy, we're playing normal, but there had to be a reason for that. Because actually I've noticed the AI in this game is pretty good. It could just be that they're moving the armor up to counterattack and defend the town. Look at that. Of course, continuing to attack. Got to get some support for these guys. But first, I'll move the Broken Pioneer up. And let's just take him out. I don't want him to be a liability later, so let's bring in the Panzer III. And then we'll get the Panzer over here just to surround the enemy city. That's the only reason we're doing this. We may or may not attack with the actual Panzer III. Yeah, not so much armor on this front, huh? We could actually burn them out right now. Look at this. This is incredible. Alright, I'll go for an attack with the Gavesjäger. And I'm guessing the Pioneer would do best against the armor if we have to use anybody. but maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to play it safe and just kind of advance on all fronts against... Again, we don't have much armor on this southern front, or much armor at all, really. Maybe next time we free up some points up here, we will actually purchase some armor. The 2nd SS can do an okay attack on him, so I'm going to let him go ahead and get his attack on. And that was actually really nice, so brought him back down to 6. Now the question is, could we also hit him with some bombs? We probably could, I should say. We're going to get shot at, but I think I'll go for it. Problem is our Stuka has already been kind of beaten up, and no, he can't quite get there. Let's just repair that Stuka for now. And maybe the Rot Squadron could get in here and do some damage. Well, I think just to be safe, we kind of keep our distance. Let's actually rebase our planes. Let's rebase all of our aircraft over here, a bit closer to the front. Thank you, Araman. You're awesome, man. You guys are awesome. Wow. We've had a few really, really nice donations here. I really appreciate it, guys. Well, that lets me know that in the future we will do some more live Panzer Corps, for sure. I seem to think that like the games that do best live on this channel, and tell me if you guys agree or disagree, are kind of like turn-based games, just because we can kind of take our time. With the RTS, I think it's better to kind of do it as a video. It's just really hard to focus, for instance, on Men of War Assault Squad 2 and provide commentary at the same time. It's a bit of a pain. Oh, I love the way that plane looks, though, by the way. That camouflage is just so cool. Let's get the 15th Wehr some replacements there. So you see the problem we have. We're going to have to get these guys all up to full strength. And this is why I think we're going to eventually need some support. Because they are pretty strong there in Antwerp. First things first, I want to repair our wonderful artillery. I don't know why they had to go and mess it up. And we're going to push up with the Fallschirmjäger, try to liberate this airfield, but more importantly, destroy that anti-air weapon, because then we could, of course, use it against the enemy. Now, I'm going to push the 2nd SS Armored back here. They took quite a beating, and we are going to push forward instead with the 1st Pioneer. See, they don't do as well on attack as our Fallschirmjäger would have done, against infantry at least. So that was a mistake. Let's actually just move up the Gebesjägers. We could still surround these guys and really do some damage. I think the infantry is more of a direct threat, so we'll go for the mass attack here. You could imagine these would be pretty vicious battles. Now, I'm not actually familiar with the campaign for the Low Countries as much, but I do know that the casualty count for the Germans was pretty low. I'm thinking in like the 20 to 40,000 range. Then again, that's still a lot of people, considering today's wars. Here we go. And, of course, we've still got our air wings. They don't have much in the way of anti-air, but if I could just get one more attack, I'd feel a lot safer. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. We're just risking the lives of our men. Air requesting to move forward and to destroy the enemy anti-aircraft gun. That's a good suggestion, Eric. We might do that. Let's take a look here. But first we need to heal you up, man. You've been beaten up badly. So we're going to get you some replacements there for the 2nd SS. And with Wavell's wings, again, just nothing we should do, really, until we destroy that anti-aircraft gun. Or else we're just losing planes unnecessarily. Now, I will see if any of the planes can get over there to that enemy aircraft. And I believe we can get over there with the Rot Squadron and with Wavell's wings. So this is a nice little surprise. And Wavell's wings gained a star. Well done, man. Rot Squadron's going to come in for the kill. He might actually unlock a hero for all we know. Goodbye. So Reich is taking over everything. It's so wonderful. Let's end the turn. Oh, first of all, we do have this Dornier. I don't think we should take the risk. Here's that armor again, and yes, our pioneers do okay against it. So I'm really gonna try and destroy that thing quickly, because again, in this southern portion, this southern area, we mostly have infantry. So we've got to get rid of their armor completely. And that's not even properly... Well, I mean, it's a mechanized unit, but it's not a tank. Let's take the city, and it's actually a French town here, and we've got some French tanks approaching. This is, again, why I really, really wish that we had some additional armor on this front. But again, it's just something for us to purchase as soon as possible. Can't believe he didn't retreat. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, let's destroy him. And we'll bring in the 2nd SS to get a kill here on this encircled French infantry. Let's bring up the 1st Pioneer to finish them off. And now, of course, we should go for Namur. This is going to be the 2nd objective point. Looks like the British are taking up position here, helping their French allies. Kind of atrocious, if you ask me. Nonetheless, we'll keep moving the front up, and so far we are just eating it up here. Make sure we aren't forgetting any units. Nope. Oh, we are forgetting one of our Stukas. So let's actually rebase him. Actually rebase right there, so we can get even closer. Although I think we've got to be a bit careful. What I am going to try to do is destroy some of these Renals with my Dornier. Look at how many tanks there are. I don't know how we're going to deal with this, because, again, we mostly have infantry. We'll figure it out when the time comes. I guess the infantry are just going to have to really give their lives, essentially throw themselves against those tanks. Alright, Broken Pioneer, this is your chance to be heroes. They're actually not bad at attacking a city. And it could just be because this is a coastal city, or quote-unquote a coastal city, because it does connect to a river leading out to sea here. So this is interesting. Maybe the Broken Pioneer will be able to break through there. Alright, let's bring in the Rot Squadron and Wable's Wings and wipe out the enemy Air Force once and for all. I think Goering would be proud. Gotta get just one more attack, and they're not going to manage it this turn, unfortunately. But I am terrified of those advancing French tanks. And I just got through saying initially that these French tanks are pretty good. Aramana saying, honestly, if there's one game that I'd love to see stream, it would be Radio General. Yeah, thanks, man. I really like that game. Thank you to David Pesak for passing me on a copy. Really, really fun to play. The sad thing is, and I don't know if it's because of, the COVID thing going on right now, but I expected with more people at home that we would get more views on our videos. We're actually getting less, and I can kind of understand because people are freaking terrified right now, let's be honest. And, they've got better things to do than watch me stream a game. But I did delete actually one of the Radio General videos I uploaded just because it got so few views. But that is definitely a good idea for a stream. I think, yeah, absolutely. Why did I do that? Is there no undo button? Come on now. There's got to be an undo button. Beautiful. Let's get the artillery over here. Because we're going to need them, first of all, to deal with the tanks. And I don't think they can really do much in terms of damage to them. And also to take Namur. Alright. We're almost there. We don't have much time. Really only 12 turns to capture the remaining points. It's got me a little nervous, to be honest with you. Oh, yes. Wow. They defended the city really well there, the Gavesjägers. So actually, I think we're just going to have to pretty much do mass attacks against single tanks to destroy them. We can't take on each individual, or every single one of the units. We're going to have to take them on one by one for sure. So, for instance, over here, let's first select what target we want. I think he's going to be an easier target, just because he's in range of the arty. So we can kind of soften him up a bit. And actually, the Stuka. Look at the Stuka, man. Man, maybe we just need to get more Stukas. Look at that. Look at that. 6. Yeah, this could be easier than I thought it was going to be. Although, as you can see, our infantry are really not doing much with the mass attack. Let's go for an attack with the Gavesjäger. Again, just getting rid of one of these guys would help us tremendously. Whatever it takes. We are going to lose some men with this attack, but I think it's absolutely necessary. Oh, they didn't quite break through. Now, with these guys, we are going to focus entirely on Namur. So I'm going to bring in our SS to kind of keep an eye on them, the recon unit. And we are going to bring in the Pioneer. The Pioneer are going to be the key, I think, to taking Namur here from the enemy. Now, let's get some replacements for Wavell's wings. And with the Rot Squadron, I might actually just send them out to fight. Because believe it or not, they can still get some kills here. And not to mention, we've got this enemy Potez bomber. That is a big problem. So we're sending out the Rot Squadron. I should have sent out Wavell's wings too, but just didn't really occur to me. Well, at least bring them out. Try to kind of soften up the enemy with the Dornier. And the Dornier actually gained a star. He didn't destroy anything. So we've learned that even if you don't destroy anything here, you can still upgrade and unlock heroes, gain stars. That's a relief, because I don't know if you guys remember, we started this channel pretty much on Panzer Corps, and you had to kill the enemy unit to get any credit. So it had to be like a successful attack, and the attack had to result in the death of an enemy unit. So I'm really glad that they... I just turned into a Valley Girl there for a second. I'm really glad... Sorry. Really glad that they got rid of that. So now, I think Antwerp will actually be an easy steal. Look at that. They just surrendered. Like the cowards they are. We move in, and the Broken Pioneer getting a little more glory. Okay, I like it. Now we could go straight for Brussels. We've got Brussels, Maubeuge, and Namur. That's it. I mean, it's actually not a lot. And they're so damn close. But then, of course, we've got an army of French tanks facing us. Not an ideal situation. Let's go ahead and also replace the 2nd SS here. Anybody that we can replace, we will. Yeah, they've got us on a river tile, so of course they're going to attack. What we really don't need is for them to reinforce these units. It'd be awful. Let's do what we can about these tanks. We couldn't even damage him. I'm going to move out of town just to try and damage this tank. I mean, that's how desperate I am to get rid of that threat. Yeah, maybe I'm overestimating it, but I think we've got to get rid of those guys. We'll also just replace anybody that's not up to snuff. We know the Stuka can do tremendous damage here, so I want to go for a kill. I'm going to try to get this guy. Maybe it would be better to damage the rest of these tanks, but I think getting a kill is very important. We might also bring the Dornier in just to soften up Namur. Because whether these guys like it or not, they are going in today. Come on, boys. So close. Fallschirmjäger have gained a star, and I think the 2nd SS will be the ones to drive them out of the city. No! Amazing. So actually the population, or actually just the soldiers, I'm not sure about the population, but the soldiers in Namur, they are staying there. They are not exiting the city despite being at 1. So nearly every soldier killed or wounded. It's impressive. Let's bring in the Wavell's Wings unit and the Rot Squadron to finish off. These damn French. I say we get straight to Brussels. Now the question is, can we get to Brussels without going past these bridges? And I'm not sure we can. Maybe with our infantry we can. We can certainly try. But I don't think so. I think we have to go the long way, which makes getting to Brussels extra challenging for us. Because we're going to have to mount an attack against these British forces. Let's try it. Let's try it. What have we got to lose except time, which is essential in this game? And it looks like actually our Sturmpanzer can get across. So let's bring some reinforcements here to the 3rd Panzer. And let's try to get these guys across. I mean, maybe it'll just take an additional turn. And we'll have to be on that river tile for a bit. Still attacking our pioneers. And really, they're getting us on these river tiles. That's where they can absolutely destroy us. What I'm going to try to do is encircle this guy and just stop that tank from escaping. That would allow us to get 2 tanks this turn, or between this and last turn, which I think would be perfect. Soften them up. Danke, artillery. We are going to have to start focusing seriously on either attacking the British here or ignoring them and just going south this way. Coming up to Brussels from here. This could also work. Let's just give the glory to the Fallschirmjäger here so we can get into town sooner. And there we go. Namur now under the Reich's control. Okay. Start moving these boys for the fight up north. Alright, first things first. With the Stuka, we're going to try and destroy any artillery the Brits have. But I might just ignore those British units entirely. So if we can go for some attacks, huh? We could wipe them out right now. Let's do it. Even the Rot Squadron could come in here for an attack, but I'd rather send the Dornier. Although all we're really going to do is scare the hell out of them with the bombing with the Dornier. Instead, we'll use them to try and suppress that tank a little bit more. Actually managed to get a hit, and now we're just going to go for mass attacks. But as you can see, it's all zeros. So we're just going to have to get lucky with one of these mass attacks. Otherwise, I don't see us destroying this tank. Nope. Nothing. He is completely not getting destroyed by our infantry. With these guys, I'm just going to replace... If they want to keep attacking this unit, so be it. And with these guys, we're going to have to wait until next turn for replacements. But I think it's going to be up to our tanks and air force to pretty much wipe out the enemy armor. There's just going to be no other way. So let's bring in a Rot Squadron. He's going to be doing some strafing runs. And let's end the turn. Got one of our units encircled. Well, that's soon going to change. This kind of creates a wall that we just can't surpass. So we're going to get past it a different way. Next turn, we'll be able to attack their artillery back here. We can already start the bombardment, but I think they're actually going to end up damaging us a little bit more. And look at that, with the wonderful Broken Pioneer. I'm really starting to love this unit. Like, I used to hate it, but I'm really starting to love these guys. They can get across the river easily. I mean, that's what they do. So actually, in this scenario, I think they're a great unit to have. Alright, 2nd SS, you're the only one that can really damage these guys. So first things first, let me move back the König Robert Brigade. I want to get some artillery fire. Especially with the support there of the 2nd SS, because they can spot for us. But another beautiful thing they can do is actually damage the enemy here. Probably one of the few that can damage them. That didn't go so well. Let's see what the Stuka can do. There we go, gained a star. Now he's down to 1, and I'm still hoping that we can break through. I'm still trying. Well, we shouldn't have tried with that damaged Broken Pioneer. That was wrong. Let me replace these guys. And I'm just going to try to break across. Yeah, this is crazy, but, I mean, whatever it takes to get to Brussels, right? So I'm going to break across and immediately start attacking that artillery. And just kind of try to ignore the armor, basically. We could attack it here, but I think even then, we're not going to do very well against them. So I'm just going to stay back. In fact, we'll bring in the König Robert Brigade to mount an attack here, although I don't think it's going to go very well. Like I said, you can always get lucky in this game. Now here we can actually do damage, and I think it's because they're in a river tile. So we're going to go ahead and attack with the Gebesjäger. And let's go ahead and refresh them. As for Wavell's Wings, what could he do here? Look at this. Wavell's Wings could get an amazing attack. Beautiful. Wiping out some more tanks. So again, usually we, when we're playing Panzer Corps, we're wiping the enemy out from the ground. But in this case, we are really mostly wiping the enemy out from the air. And I like it. It's fun, man. This is entertaining. It's enjoyable. Kind of feels like we've got a hammer of Thor. We can use it against the enemy whenever we feel like it. Yeah, you're getting bombed. Probably should have gone for the artillery, but just want to strike some terror in the city there. Gonna get any AT guns. The only problem we have right now, Andrew, is that we don't have enough any unit slots. We have plenty of prestige points. We could upgrade like every single one of our units 2 times over. We just don't have any space. Did I ever learn German? I'm German, and I'm quite impressed with your accent. Danke. I've been to Germany. I've been to Munich. I've been to Berlin, Frankfurt, Köln, but I've never learned German or anything. I think it's just watching a lot of indie movies. It's probably why. Like Unser Mutter, Unser Vater, the series. Just, you know, I enjoy that kind of filmmaking. I like everything made by Werner Herzog. Klaus Kinski is my favorite actor of all time, even though he's insane. Okay, let's end the turn. Klaus would approve of this attack. Just never stop attacking. There he goes. He's gonna run. And yes, the British absolutely just backhanded our unit. We might lose a unit there, but it could be a blessing in disguise because it means we can bring in a tank. And we really need some more armor in this army. We might actually have to disband some units, which is not something I wanted to do. Well, that's bad. The enemy's got... the Belgians actually here have some tanks. That's a problem. So let's bring the infantry here. We are going to start the attack on Brussels. But first, let me try and soften up the artillery. And the Sturmpanzer is gained a star. Man. Let's bring up the good old Brücken Pioneer. Go for it, boys. Hey, they took no damage. Let's follow up with the 15th Wehr. And once again, guys, we've got more people watching the stream. The way we have this set up is if you want your name added to a unit, please feel free to add a name. Keep in mind, this is a core army, so it's going to carry with us, as long as these guys survive, into future engagements. And this is actually a really terrifying situation, because the 3rd Wehr Infantry, they're currently out of supply, and this is our best unit. They have 2 heroes. There are 2 heroes in the unit, so we might have to lose it, but it's a worthwhile sacrifice, a worthy sacrifice, I should say. 2nd SS not able to get the kill there on that guy. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to save the 3rd Wehr because they've been so good to us. Got them down to 1. Come on. Just need a lucky shot. Or a lucky attack. I think the 3rd Wehr is doomed. But at least that's going to mean being able to bring units in next turn, and I think we're going to have to break through the British here. I didn't want to have to do this, but they leave us no choice. We're going to have to break through this way to avoid all that armor. Let's see what we can do with the Messerschmitt. Could still try to damage the British tank here a bit. But then again, we need to get into Brussels. So what I'm going to do instead is just start firing there, try to take the guns out. They have no anti-air defenses. They did initially, but not anymore. So we're going to try to exploit that. Oh, nice shooting. Wavell's Wings getting 2 of them, man. That is an unexpected attack. We've got all these tanks nearly destroyed, but it's just frustrating. We don't have a unit that can actually destroy them. We'll still try to attack here, and it looks like beautiful. The Konig Robert Brigade. Robert, your brigade came through, man. Thank you so much. They did get the kill. But that took us so long just to break down some enemy tanks. All right, let's bring up the units from Namur. It's about time the Fallschirmjäger rejoin the fight. Just hope nobody gets behind us in Antwerp and tries to retake that location. Oh, and there we go. Unfortunately, the third were destroyed. We're just going to have to try and, you know, live on through them and try and just perform well in this battle. Sort of, you know, sort of relive their glorious prestige. And while we're at it, we'll take a look here, see if anybody wants to add a name to a unit. We need unit names. What can I tell you? We really do. Rambling Exile says, nobody expects an organized push from across the river. Yeah, exactly. Why disband when they can heroically die in an assault? Much more honorable. I like that perspective there by the Rambling Exile. Absolutely. Now, the problem is breaking through this last point. Again, we don't need to break through here. We just need to get to Maubeuge somehow. Which doesn't seem possible unless we break through. Yeah, I'm going to get across the river with the Fallschirmjäger. So what I'm doing is just trying to get rid of the artillery. Here we go. Keep on attacking. And now we've got Brussels surrounded. Or very soon, we'll have Brussels surrounded. Probably want to get rid of these guns first. My concern is getting to Maubeuge in time. That's why we're going to have to send these guys out on some crazy assaults, no matter what. We can also get the Stuka to come in and finish them off. But I think the Stuka maybe wants to focus on this guy. He's going to be a problem the entire time. But we've got to get rid of the tanks. So let's hope he can get the kills. We've really got no choice. Even if the Dornier can't do a damn thing. We're going to have to upgrade that guy. But even if this fellow, Wavell's Wings, can wipe out some tank units, he's really helping out the war effort. So there we go. Really helpful. And we'll bring in the Rot Squadron to either do some damage here to their SA-34 or maybe go for the tank. I think we'll go for the SA-34. Start really weakening these guys. And with the Dornier, and all we can really do is scare people with the Dornier. It just scares things. It doesn't actually do damage. We'll try to bomb this location, but like I said, you know, don't expect much. It's good to do before an attack because it suppresses the enemy, but it's we gotta upgrade it. There's just no other way. All right, first Pioneer, attack. Englanders, get out while you still can. So 51 to 55, while we can bring in a unit, let's jump to the tanks. Panzer 3F, that's what I want. And we can actually probably get 2 of these babies. Maybe we should get another Stuka. What do you guys think? Get an additional Stuka here, or get another Panzer. I think we need a Panzer. We need at least 3 tanks in our army. So let's purchase that Panzer 3. It's a shame that we can't, like, start moving them this turn, but das ist das Situation, yeah? You know, it's the way it is. Alright, this Panzer 3 also ready to cross the river. And there we go. I think our boys are doing the best they can, but is 5 turns enough to capture that city? Man, I sure hope so. Here we go, the 3rd SS being attacked, and they've got more, even more armor. My goodness. I was not expecting this much armor. It's kind of crazy. Alright, well. Stuka. Danke. Not bad, not bad. Get an attack there. We can actually still do some damage here because we've suppressed them so much. And I was trying to follow them with infantry, but I'm not sure that's going to be possible. Well, you know what? We can actually follow them with our Fallschirmjäger. Incredibly. We are technically encircled, though, which is weird, I know. Maybe the Dornier can finally do something? Nope. Absolutely nothing. Completely useless scoundrel. Let's bring in the Rot Squadron. Actually, we'll give this kill. Yeah, we want to give this kill to the glorious Rot Squadron. Although it looks like, since he is kind of in need of an additional air wing, he's not going to get the kill right away. So we'll bring in Wavell's Wings. Yes! Alright. Always name a unit, 3rd SS Infantry Regiment. Gotcha, Eric. Yeah, right now we've got you as the recon. Good old reconnaissance. Which is still a very useful unit. Now, there we go. I think we can finally get across. Alright, and a really good kill for the 1st Pioneer. And with the 14th, we'll cross and immediately go for Belgium, excuse me, for Brussels, capital of Belgium, and hopefully have time to take Maubeuge. It's very open. That's the only benefit here, is like unlike these other areas that are all cut off by rivers, Maubeuge is very much open, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy to take at all. In fact, I expect a long, long fight. Although, this is cool. Since the enemy tank is in a city, it actually makes it easier for us to actually damage this tank. So hopefully he stays in the city. That would be a huge mistake, and we can just continue taking advantage. As for the... sorry, I keep saying the third SS. The second SS. We're going to go ahead and repair him. And his artillery can't attack our artillery any more than we can attack his, so we'll just set up right across the valley from him. Almost feels like World War I there. Okay, so do we go for this first? Man. Yeah, armor's not going to do anything here. Not bad. Of course, that brings them down to 10. They still have plenty of men to defend the capital. Let's get our good old Panzer 3s. It's about time. Really do have to do these bombings before our attacks. Nonetheless, our attacks are going better than expected. Even at Brussels, they're fighting back. They know we're on the river tile here. Yeah, they know what's up. Let's just immediately reinforce these boys. And we'll also reinforce our Balkan Pioneer, our Sturmpanzer. Everybody gets a makeover, and we'll actually move up here with our Pioneer unit. I think they can pretty much take the city alone. Look at that. What did I tell you? And maybe with the Panzer moving in just to sort of finish them off. Guess we're going to have to wait till next turn. Fair enough. I was kind of hoping he could come in for the glorious march, but apparently he cannot get past these boys. And with our 11, we could just go ahead and finish them off or continue the attack. Let's get rid of them. Again, at least we won't have any sort of opposition here in the valley. And I'm just hoping that that gets us the total victory here. Good Panzer. Oh, they are not going to be as useful as I thought in this assault. Nonetheless, we're going to try to soften the enemy up here. But we are going to have to use our infantry mostly. Fighting to the very end, man. Let's see. Can they get through? It doesn't look like they can get through. So we'll go ahead and move them up. And we're that much closer to Maubeuge. I think the Stuka can also finish them off. So let's just bring the Stuka in for sure. He can kill him. And no more French armor. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't want to jinx myself. No point in attacking there because the scouts would actually be hit pretty badly. What we will do is move our armor up here. So we've got 2 tanks on the way. Man, if this is not enough to take Maubeuge, I don't know what is. Let's take a look here at the chat. Hello, I've got a friend here. A Soviet friend. Is it Alexei? Armor in the city? No, it can't be because it isn't. The R is no, it is R. Artyom? Is it Artyom? Armor in the city is very vulnerable to infantry. Try attacking that B1. Chase Dolan. Hello, Chase. I'm just slowly learning Cyrillic. So I'm going to take a guess that that's Artyom. Let's see. Can we move up here and do anything? Yeah, we can. In fact... trying to see if there are any air bases here, but I don't see any. Really just hoping that these British don't decide to take Brussels or attack us. I'm just going to leave them over here. They can even just have an independent area here. Totally theirs. Just have an independent British city right there. I don't mind at all. Oh yeah, so exactly what I was fearing is happening. They are attacking. Well, at least it's good to know what their intentions are, right? So let's get into Brussels and immediately return fire on the British infantry here. As for our infantry, I'm just going to repair them a bit. And I think we need to leave these guys to fight in Brussels. We need to move on, get to Maubeuge. Even if there's not much there, we'll find out when we get there, but I want to check first. There's our pioneers. Get in next turn. Just going to repair the Fallschirmjäger. I'm not really that interested in attacking the enemy if I don't have to. Although in this case, just a perfect attack. We'll go for it. Get a nice little kill there for our 20th Panzer, or at least do some damage. And we're going to bring up the SS boys to keep an eye on the situation. It sounds so evil. Now that I think about it. Yeah, they can get a nice bit of damage here. So we're going to bring in the Stuka and bombard the Great British Infantry. Unacceptable that they would do that. We tried to give them a chance, you know, but it is what it is. We could actually rebase. It's probably not a bad idea, although they could very easily turn this against us if they retake the airfield. So let's just hope that they don't retake the airfield, but we're going to rebase them right here. Anybody that we can. And that's right there at Brussels. Welcome to Brussels International Airport, yeah? So they'll be able to start here, but the rest of the guys we're going to have to move later. Oh, Alexei was right. Wow, so I got it right the first time and then ruined it. Because I always thought the little N was an R. This sort of looks like AN. Also not seen Chase Dolan in a while. There's a few people here we haven't seen in a while. Stop by, folks. Let's get some replacements for our pioneers. Just hope this is enough. It looks like we can repair the Konig Robert Brigade, so we're going to do that. They are really trying to retake this airfield. That's pretty crazy. Sort of a last desperate push. And I mean really desperate. Like outnumbered and outgunned tremendously. Again, maybe all they're trying to do is kind of buy time for the rest of their army. And again, I'm still not understanding why our tank can't get into the city itself. We're going to try to send our tank behind the city in that case. And we'll have to keep one unit here just to keep the enemy away. Might as well go ahead and attack whatever kind of damn gun that is. The 47mm. Seems pretty scary, but it hasn't done much of anything to us. Let's repair. No, these Gabelsiegers should know how to get into a damn city. But let's face it, this final attack is probably going to be pretty rough. Alright, let's get that artillery up. So I think you guys can see what I'm trying to set up for. But it's honestly easier said than done here. These guys are well dug in. We're going to retake that British location there just because they frustrated me. And let's also send in the Stuka. Don't think he's going to be able to do much in Maubeuge, but who knows? can the Dornier do? Alright, they forced back our SS unit. This is rough, guys. 19 of 20. I'm not sure we can actually make it. Alright, this is going to be crazy. What we're going to have to do is try to get them to retreat from Maubeuge. Or surrender. One of the others. One or the other. So here we go. This is a crazy final attack, but everybody's going in for it. The 17th Fallschirmjäger. The 16th Fallschirmjäger. Look at that. They surrendered. But can we get anybody in before the end of the turn? I don't know. I don't think we can. Okay, that's very weird. Maybe it gives us one more turn, like turn 20 of 20, and then there's the 20, of course. We'll have to see. That would be an embarrassing way to lose this particular mission. See if anybody has any ideas. Ah, L. Okay, well, that's for the future. Something we can definitely keep in mind. I think we'll go ahead and just hope that we get one more turn. I think we do, yes! Oh, so good. Glory. But first, before I take it, because I know it's gonna be an immediate victory, let's just replace these guys. We can also do this in between. We don't have to do it right now. And I also want to get those final kills for our 15th wear. Make them a little stronger with an extra kill, but I like to do this so I don't have to worry about it later. All of our planes are looking great. We only lost one unit. The 3rd infantry, though, the 3rd wear infantry were our best unit, so it's kind of sad that we lost them. But this happens in war. Glory in Belgium. Okay. Not too bad, guys. So let's go ahead and continue here. So next, what are we facing? I guess we'll either be going to the Eastern Front or we'll keep going into France. Really depends here. Or I should say, no, have we done Poland? No, Poland. No, we've already done Poland. What's wrong with me?
Plans that unfolds before us. Your hard-fought, diversionary battle across Belgium has drawn out dozens upon dozens of Allied divisions. Now they are all trapped with their backs to the English Channel, low on supply and ammunition with nowhere to go. Now is the time to strike the fatal blow.
All right. Very nice. So we did get a military commendation for Peter Müller, and he was already a hero in an existing unit. So it's cool to know that even your heroes in this particular game can actually get their own awards. That's amazing. That's just really cool. We will eventually set this up, but that's going to be a different video. If you guys enjoyed this one, you know what to do. Just hit that like button, drop a comment down below, subscribe. And this next one's going to actually be the Battle of Dunkirk. So I think that'll be really, really fun to play. Well, for us, not for the Allies. It's going to be very terrifying for them to play it. But thank you so much. And I want to give a special thanks to Andrew and Araman, the Rambling Exile, for donating to this stream. It really does help, especially during this time, you know, with the COVID stuff. I don't think any of us have any stable work right now. It's just the truth. Unless you're a programmer or you can do something at home, it's tough to make any cash right now. So thank you. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Glory to the Reich.